Tonight, with a frantic rush to evacuate stranded Americans and desperate Afghans, and despite pleas from U.S. allies at a G7 meeting this morning to stay longer, President Biden is sticking with his self-imposed August 31st deadline for U.S. forces to leave Afghanistan.
We are currently on a pace to finish by August the 31st. The sooner we can finish, the better.
It follows a secret meeting Monday in Afghanistan between CIA Director William Burns and a top Taliban leader who previously spent 8 years in prison after being arrested by the CIA. After the meeting, the Taliban declaring the U.S. must go by the end of the month, as promised, threatening consequences if not. The president today saying he's asked for contingency plans to stay longer if needed, but that he's worried about a terror attack there.
I'm also mindful of the increasing risks that I've been briefed on. Every day we're on the ground is another day we know that ISIS-K is seeking to target the airport.
Tonight, U.S. officials tell NBC News 4,000 Americans and their families have been evacuated from Afghanistan, but thousands more remain trapped. The U.S. is still relying on the Taliban to allow safe passage for Americans to the airport that the State Department warns is a dangerous trip. And the Taliban is now vowing to block Afghans from leaving. The White House says evacuations have accelerated 12,000 people in the last 12 hours. But a top Democrat argues it's very unlikely the U.S. will be able to get all Americans and Afghan allies out in 7 days.
It's hard for me to imagine all of that can be accomplished between now and the end of the month.
Republicans slamming President Biden for the chaotic withdrawal.
Particularly after the decision made today and what we heard today, he will have blood on his hands. People are going to die, and they're going to be left behind.
Meanwhile, Afghan refugees arriving today in the U.S. are detailing their terrifying exit from Kabul, saying people died in the chaotic crush trying to get to the airport.
Yeah, the children were dying because there were many people, they were pushing that they have to get to the flight, yes, to the terminal.
And Peter, there have been some reports about refugees evacuated by the U.S. facing some pretty dire conditions at a Qatari airbase. What do we know?
That's right, Lester. Axios obtained internal government emails that say those refugees are, quote, living in hell, including a rat infestation. The Pentagon says it's worked quickly to provide humanitarian assistance. Also tonight, the White House acknowledges to get American troops out by the 31st, evacuations will have to wind down even sooner.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.